noon Eastern Time start. The game will be televised on ESPNU. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the win against Syracuse and tell us what you expect to see Saturday as you face UConn, please.
It was a good win for our football program. Really proud of our players and coaches. The work they put in last week, and for our players to go out and perform the way that they did was really good for our football program, for our fans, and for the psyche of our football team. And we got to keep it going. There's some things we can continue to get better on, but it was a good start, and now we're getting ready for UConn, who is a vastly improved football team who went down to Central Florida and did a great job of executing down there. So it's going to be a challenging football team that's getting better with UConn, and we have them on the road. So we're looking forward to going up and playing that team as well.
Okay, questions for Coach Taggart, please. Hit *1 on your telephone. That will put you in the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
We'll hear from Joey Knight with Tampa Bay Times.
Willie, did something click with the young wide receivers last week at practice, or was it just a matter of them executing better or getting more incorporated into the game plan? What happened?
Well, I think all three of those things that you just mentioned. I think it all started last Sunday when we went out in practice and just sitting back and watching those guys execute fast. And, I didn't see a ball on the ground. We completed them all, and I thought that was telling by itself. And then they continued throughout the week. And I talked to the guys about we're going to let it rip, and expect for everybody to step up to the challenge and be the player that they all intended to be. And our guys did that. Not only did they catch the ball, they did an unbelievable job blocking on the perimeter, which allowed some of those screens and some of those runs that Marlon had, allowed them to go.
Was that Dietrich Nichols' best game as a Bull?
Yes, it was. I thought Dietrich played outstanding. I thought he played very physical. I thought both of our corners played physical on the edge and did a great job of tackling. And I really thought the way Dietrich was playing really set the tone for our defense. And by far, it was his best game.
We can take the next question, please.
We'll hear from Dick Weiss with American Athletic Conference.
Hey, Coach, how are you? Congratulations.
Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Could you be kind enough just to talk about your young skill position players, particularly your quarterback and your running back? They really seem to have started to hit their stride, and the 45 points against Syracuse probably speaks volumes about where your offense is right now over the last few weeks.
Well, I think I've seen in our quarterback each week we play, he's gotten better. He's calmer, he's confident, and when he's playing better, it seems like the guys around him are playing better as well. But I think what's happening now is Quentin is starting to take over this football team as a leader, and guys are willing and ready to follow him. And it was good to see last week, seeing Quentin be more vocal out on the field, encouraging all the guys, offense and defense. And then I think really with some of the other young guys, they were just waiting on that. And all those guys are really talented, and I personally just felt it was going to take some time for them just to gel, because a lot of those guys haven't played together, even up front, our offensive line. We only had two guys that have a lot of experience up front. But to get everybody to gel well and having young receivers, and it's so important for the young receivers and the quarterback to gel. It's only a matter of time before they do it and be able to show what they're capable of. And it was really good to see those guys put it together last Saturday, and now we expect for those guys to continue it.
It appears as the season progresses that the league is becoming more competitive from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I said it at the beginning of the year. Each and every week, you got to come ready to play. Anybody in this league can beat each other, and I think the outside is starting to see that this conference is a lot tougher and better than what most people thought it was going to be. And we got to continue to do that as a conference, continue to build our conference up.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll hear from Paul Doyle with Hartford Courant.
Hi, Coach. I want to ask you a little about Marlon Mack and sort of his progress, and also his ability to come in last year and really make an impact as a freshman. What is it about him, I guess, that makes him special?
He loves to compete. He loves the game of football. Marlon, one of those silent killers, I call him. He's a quiet kid, but he comes to work every single day. Just getting after it and watching him work out this off season. He's picked up some weight. He's gotten stronger, and I think what we're seeing now is that he's running the ball a lot harder than he did last year, where he probably tried to avoid a lot of tackles. More now he's starting to run through tackles, which is good to see, and he still has his speed. So I think what Marlon now is, I think last year he did a lot of things off of just athletic ability, and this year he's understanding the blocking schemes a lot better, and it's really helping him continue to get better.
But in terms of his maturity to be able to come in and play a lot and make an impact last year, was he a fairly mature kid, right?
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. Again, like I say, he don't say much, so it's hard to get something out of him, but he does everything you ask him to do, and you see him with a smile on his face all the time, and it's kind of, again, low-key, sit back, whatever you want me to do, Coach, and get it done. And we knew he was special, and to be honest with you, we thought he was going to be an All-American safety when he came in. And then the first couple of days of practice at running back, he made some plays, and we were like, well, sorry about that. He's not going over there. He's staying here at running back for us. And he just continued to get better throughout training camp of last year. And it was really good to see what he was able to do throughout the season, his freshman year, and to continue this year.
Coming out, I know he drew a lot of attention from a lot of programs. Was he a really important recruit for your program?
It was huge. We needed a difference maker, and he was a difference maker for us. There's one position. We needed a quarterback when I first got here, but we also needed some running backs, and we didn't have those when we got here. And he made a huge difference for our football team last year. And it was, for us personally, it was like, yes, he's only a freshman, so you're going to have him for 3 more years. That is awesome. But I tell you, I think our other 2 running backs is really helping Marlon improve, because those guys are just as talented as Marlon, and they're also competitive, and I know Marlon, once he sees them doing something well, he's like, I got to do something well, and each every one of them, they're all the same. They're so competitive and making each other better.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Jeff Odom with Tampa Bay Times.
Hey, Willie, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I just wanted to ask, has there been any change on the status of Benjamin Knox from yesterday's statement that was released by the university?
No, sir. The statement that we released yesterday is still the same. With Ben still gathering information, and he's suspended from all team activities.
Okay, and going back to Saturday, the excitement that was there on offense, the flea flicker, all those the trick plays, that you pulled out of the bag there. Is that something that fans can kind of expect to see as the season wears on, more of that kind of exciting, electrifying offensive play?
Yes, I do, because that's, again, I think that's who we are. I think that's how our guys operate. They're aggressive players, and our guys play well when we're playing aggressive. And again, we've had those plays in our playbook. We just hadn't called them much, and it was good for our guys to go out and execute them, when we did call them in. But that was the excitement that we felt like we can see out of our football team, and we got to continue that now. Our guys got to show that they can do that week in and week out.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Knight with Tampa Bay Times.
My question has been asked and answered. Have a great day, Coach.
You do the same.
And do we have any further questions for Coach Taggart, please? *1 on your telephone, if so. Well, Coach, thank you for your time today. Look forward to hearing from you again.